Hello, my loves. Welcome in to this video. This video is for you if 1 degree, 33 minutes of Aquarius shows up in your 8th house. This is for the new moon in Aquarius 2023. If you haven't already checked out the introduction to this reading, please go ahead and watch that video before continuing with this one. So the house system represents where things happen in our astrological stories. So the where of the 8th house deals with themes that coincide with the 8th sign of the zodiac, which is Scorpio. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, so Pluto is also the ruler of the 8th house. So the 8th house deals with themes of the Scorpion energy, and it deals with themes of transformation. It is the house of transformation. Deals with inheritance, which is a transformation of money, magic, transformation of something from something else into something else, death, rebirth, transformation of life and death, and sexuality, which is a very transformative, powerful force, okay, to be used intentionally or however you want to. Okay, you can be you, as long as it's consensual. Okay, have to talk about that because it's the 8th house. We got to talk about it a little bit. Scorpio energy deals with the sexual vibration and the energy of transformation, which is present in that act, okay, in that expression. Okay, so you're going to pick something in this house to use as an act of rebellion. And again, rebellion is not violent. Please don't pick violent rebellions. It doesn't even have to really be something that other people see, okay? It can just be something that goes against the normal way of being. Whatever you consider the normal way of being, you're going to do something different than that, okay? Magic itself. So like if you choose to engage in magic, maybe you want to learn about magic, maybe you want to learn about spells, there may be a spell that I offer you from this deck. This deck has been offering lots of spells to people, and I've been having to deal with my own that feels rebellious to me, okay, to offer spells like publicly like this. I was really resistant to it. I had been really resistant to it until I did the reading for the house that this moon is happening in for me. And that reading kind of confirmed that is actually aligned for me to be offering these spells as the act of rebellion in the house that this is in for me, the house of service and healing and wellness. So anyway, magic could be the way that you're rebelling, okay? Death and rebirth, like these are sensitive subjects. These are very broad subjects, okay? You can obviously personalize them, but you may want to, maybe you want to rebel in how you're honoring the passing of somebody, if that's relevant for you right now. Or maybe you're rebelling in speaking out about what you think about death. Like for me, it's always hard to talk about death because my views on death are rebellious. And so maybe it's talking about what you believe about death if that resonates with you. Okay. Sexuality, talking about people talking in safe spaces about ways that you want to rebel sexually. Okay, that could be a rebellion. You could be rebelling within your own sexuality. And again, this is what I love about what I've created here, and this is why I did that introduction video, how to get the most out of this, is I'm trying to pull out of you what your own inner being is guiding you towards, okay? I'm never trying to put ideas into your head and get you to follow me for this connection with yourself. I'm working on guiding you back to you. That's my intention with all of this. So hopefully I'm pulling some good stuff out here. But one way that I've rebelled sexually is to step into my feminine, okay? Because the feminine energy on this planet is very masculinized and celebrated for being masculinized. And I'm not saying that is right or wrong. I'm just saying that stepping into my own femininity, my own vulnerable expression, my own soft, authentic, emotional being, receptive being, stepping into that is an act of rebellion in a world where women are forced and or expected to step into masculine energy, more so than being settled in the feminine. Okay, that's just an example. For you, it might be that all the women in your family are super, super feminine, and your act of rebellion is going to start stepping into the masculine, feminine expression. Okay, that could be rebellious for you, whereas the opposite is true for me, because the women in my sphere have always been very good, great at the masculine expression. Okay, so that's what I learned. That's how I learned to model femininity. So it is an act of rebellion for me to go against that. Hopefully that makes sense and doesn't reveal too much about me. Anyway, I liked being authentic. I like being authentic in these. I like being authentic. I couldn't even say it. Okay, this is an act of rebellion for me. This is something I would be transforming. Okay, I like being authentic. That's something I'm transforming within myself. Okay, because it's an act of rebellion for me internally to show up to you not perfect. I hate it. Part of me hates it. Okay, so I'm rebelling against that part by allowing myself to record these live and just let the mistakes be what they are. Okay, that's another way. And that's a transformative thing. So that can be something that I would put in this house, because that's an internal transformation that involves a rebellious act. Enough of that. Pick your thing. I am going to talk a little bit more about the whole house system, give you a little bit more details about it, how it relates to this house. So if you aren't interested in that, just scroll ahead to the card reading part. Okay, whole housers. So if Aquarius is in your 8th house and you're using the whole house system, that means that your rising sign is Cancer. Okay, so that's just a cool thing to know. Okay, that sets the houses. Your rising sign sets your houses. Okay, so if you ever at any point want to know where something's happening in your chart, you just find out what sign it's in, and then you start the first house with Cancer, and then you just kind of count around the zodiac. You have to know the order of the zodiac, but hopefully I'm slowly teaching you that. But that can help you on the fly without having to look at your chart, figure out where something's happening in your chart. Another cool thing about the whole house system is that you'll notice that the new moons rotate in houses every month. Okay, so the new moon in Aquarius is happening in your 8th house. The new moon in Pisces will happen in your 9th house. And another thing you'll notice is that the full moons, the opposite energy of the sun, is always going to happen in the house opposite that energy as well. So 8th house is where the new moon in Aquarius is happening for you. Using the whole house system, the 2nd house would be where the full moon in Leo is happening for you. Leo's the opposite of Aquarius. Okay, let's get into the reading. Enough of that. If you haven't already chosen your act of rebellion in the house of transformation, please do that now. And I invite you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, call in your spiritual support team, and open your heart to receive the guidance that's going to help you navigate this terrain. Oh, okay. You got Morgan Le Fay. She's the goddess of sorcery. So magic, right? That was the theme of this house. 22 might come in to affirm this message for you if you ask it to. Keywords: temptation, power, unrequited love. England is her country of origin. Let me read you her message. Life is presenting you with several good surprises. Your life today is a combination of your past, appreciating your present, and creating a good future. Much of your future good fortune is within your control. Being a sorceress, you can manifest a great deal of what happens by ensuring that good things take place and reacting well and positively to whatever comes your way. Wow. Okay. So if magic wasn't your theme, maybe you want to change it to your theme because she is magical and she's inviting you into magic. If that doesn't feel good and right to you, no worries. There's other ways we can interpret this. Whatever rebellion that you're acting out, whatever transformation, change that you are making, it feels like there's this need for you to acknowledge the role that you play in how your life unfolds. Okay? The first thing you think when you wake up is very indicative of how your day goes. The energy with which how you wake up. Like, don't think you're, whatever the first thought is, now you're doomed. Like, whatever energy you have when you get up and you go about your routines, that's how your day is going to go, because you are using your present and what you've learned from the past, what's going on right now, to create a better tomorrow, a better today. Okay? So I would say that to help support you in this beautiful, rebellious, against the grain transformation act that you've chosen, or belief or change that you want to make the change in the morning if you can. Okay? Like if it's a habit, definitely do it every morning if you can. But if it's not, just allow yourself to spend some time before you get out of bed seeing things go your way. Especially seeing this, whatever this change is, see this go your way before you get out of bed. Like, wake up, you realize you're awake, before you swing those legs out of that bed, see your day. See 3 days from now if you don't feel comfortable enough using today, because you'll get disappointed if it doesn't happen the way that you think it should. Okay, sometimes that happens. So pick 3 days from now. But see your day, see this thing going your way when you wake up. This is the power that you can exercise with this beautiful goddess here, Morgan Le Fay. Okay, some of you might want to dismiss yourself from this reading. I'm going to be offering up the spell that she has in here. This is a spell to heal unrequited love, okay? So it's not relevant to manifesting, which is what she's talking about in her message to you. But this is here, and I gotta tell you guys, this has been the act of rebellion for me, because it's happening in my house of service this moon, and it feels really rebellious to like give you guys spells. That feels like, I know some of you guys aren't into that, and that's okay. And so like, I don't want to offer what I know everyone isn't into. But anyway, this is my act of rebellion, because that's the guidance that's coming through. But you don't have to continue watching. And if you're still here, let's go. Friday night is best time for this, since that day is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. The night of a full moon is also good, as the moon wanes, so will your heartache. So you might want to wait to do this for the full moon in Leo, February 5th. Using a pen, write lengthwise on a candle the name of the person who has caused your heartache. Smear the candle with rose oil from the top to midway and from the base to midway. Light the candle and look at the flame and say the person's name. My broken heart is healing. My heart and mind are free from feelings and thoughts of you. I am free. Take another long candle and smear with lavender oil in the same way. Lavender is ruled by the planet Mercury, which speeds communication. Put the candle beside the first candle, light it, and say, I am over you, the person's name. I attract a partner much better suited for me. Without spilling the wax, move the second candle away from the first one over an evening, so over time throughout the evening, to symbolically distance yourself from the person you named. Let both candles burn to a stub or snuff them out near the base. Bury the stubs. There's your spell. Okay, that's for unrequited love. That's to help you get over heartache. Okay. All right. I'm complete. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if this resonates. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors that universal light within you. Namaste.